This is a kitchen project we recently finished in a 1920s brick house. When we demoed out the exterior walls, we found out that there was not a good amount of framing in them. It was just brick with some last strips for the plaster, so we had to reframe this kitchen wall and this kitchen wall over here. So we actually shrunk the footprint of the room a little bit, but the upside to that was we were able to properly insulate the walls, so this room should be a lot warmer. Over here, where the refrigerator and pantry is, used to be a radiator, a cast iron radiator, and this is where a small table was to make an eat-in kitchen. We took that radiator out and utilized that space now for the refrigerator and for a really nice narrow pantry unit, which is accessible right by the doorway. We didn't lose the heat because what we did was we relocated it to a Tokik heater, which is under there, and so it's now tied into the hot water system in the house that has hot water run through it, and it has a motor that blows out hot air into the room, and that blows directly onto that wall right there, so it recirculates into the room and makes it nice and warm. We redid all the cabinetry. We did custom cabinetry in here with the archtop valances. We put some recessed lighting in there and carried the tile pattern all the way up. Did a nice matte subway tile, which matches the honed finish of the blue pearl countertops, which are really pretty. We did a light gray grout and did a gray blue on the wall, so it really ties in all the grays and the blues from the honed countertop. Seeing as though this house was a 20s built house, has very large windows, so the cabinetry went back in the same area as the old cabinets, and the old cabinets covered up a majority of the windows. We wanted to make them look a little bit nicer, a little bit more custom, so we had trim completely custom built for each window, custom made, and it matches all the trim throughout the rest of the house, including these large stops, which are the same profile as the old stops, just larger since we built the walls out. In order to prevent water or things from falling, we did a nice little 3-inch granite backsplash to prevent things from falling in those window wells, and kept that footprint of the backsplash the same width as the overall trim on each window. So it really did finish it out pretty nicely, so we're really pleased with that. We updated all the lighting. We put in all LED recessed lighting and LED under cabinet ribbon lighting as well. Everything's controlled off of dimmers, and we put in a few 3-way switches so that all the lighting can be controlled from different points as you walk in and out of the room. Under the floor, we found this beautiful original Doug fir flooring in the house. We had to patch a few spots, but with that rosewood stain, you cannot really even tell where the patch spots were. So we're pleased with how these came out. And in the dining room, we took up the carpet, and there was oak. So the oak got the same rosewood stain as the kitchen floor, which was Doug fir, and everything came out really nice. This door over here was painted, and we chemically removed all the paint from this door to expose this beautiful graining in the wood. It's a fir door as well as, like the floors, and that door got treated the same way as the floors and got a rosewood stain with an antique flat polyurethane finish on top. 4 coats of antique flat poly and 1 coat of stain, and that's how the door looks. Came out really nice. All the trim, like I said, was custom made where we needed it. We tried to save as much of the original trim as we could to reuse it, and you can see with the custom cabinets the way the trim fits. When you custom lay out cabinetry to trim, everything fits really tightly together, like with the cabinets around the windows as well. We added a nice little band molding, which was original to the house. Instead of dropping it in the corner here, we carried it all the way around to kind of treat these 2 doorways as one. So it came out really nice. We're really pleased with this one. Small footprint, but we think we made the most of it, and we're really happy. The homeowner's very happy with how it looks too, and kind of brought it back to that 1920s style with the subway tile and everything else. So really happy with this. We also did a lot of plaster restoration in this room and the living room as well. So we did a lot of plaster restoration there. And we also did plaster restoration in the stairwell. And all of those spaces got freshly painted, the walls and the trim where necessary, and the ceilings as well. So hope you enjoyed this one, and we know we sure do, and on to the next one.